No matter what I do, it looks like my camera's not straight because I don't set it a straight angle by default, apparently. What's going on, people in YouTube land? Kimchi Chris here, and welcome to you, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's video, and for today's video, I want to do something that I haven't done in a while. I've kind of fallen behind on it. Sorry about that. You know, life's been busy, the Kiss world's been busy, everything's been busy. But today I want to do a vinyl update video for you guys. I haven't done one of these for quite a few months now, and I have picked up some cool stuff. I don't really know everything that I've purchased necessarily since the last one of these, so I'm sure I'm going to leave some stuff out, but I'm going to concentrate on some stuff that I mostly picked up all on my last visit to Atlanta here at this point about a little bit over a month ago actually now. So this stuff's been sitting here for a while, but I put it to the side to show you guys in a video because there's some pretty great metal records this time around. It's pretty much all metal. All of this I picked up in Atlanta actually at Criminal Records, which is an amazing, amazing record store in Atlanta, Georgia. If you're ever in the area, go check them out. They got great stuff. They don't only carry records if you're not so into records, which I don't know why you'd be watching this video if you weren't, but they also have comics, toys, you know, books, DVDs, Blu-rays, shirts, this, that. Criminal Records is amazing. But this first record here was the only one I didn't pick up there because it wasn't out when I was down there, and I picked it up on my own. And I did actually a review of this record just a couple videos back, but that record would be the new one from Wolfe here, His Spun. This is a phenomenal record. If you want to know more about the quality of the music, you can go check out my review, but the quick version is that Chelsea has went completely doom metal and sludge on this record, and you know, she wasn't always what I'd call directly a metal artist, more like metal influence, but this is a metal record. I don't care. It's got Members of Converge on there. That alone makes it a metal record. It has a nice gatefold there with just a bunch of the lyrics and what have you. The vinyl records themselves are on black, so there's no reason to really show you those, but they do have these nice inner sleeves with a bunch of pictures of her and her band, as well as, you know, more lyrics and stuff there. And the other one has the same deal going on, but I'm sure these aren't going to pick up that great on camera, so I'm not going to worry about showing you that other one there. But this is a great record to check out. If you haven't checked out His Spun, go do it immediately. Pick it up. It's a great record. Good choice definitely there. Now with that one out of the way, on to the stuff from Criminal Records. Now I dropped a lot of money while I was there, for better or worse, but I picked up a lot of rad, amazing records. And this first one here is the only one that doesn't really fall into the metal category completely. It's more of a crust punk band, but on this record in particular, they kind of have a lot of black metal leanings. And the band is Tragedy, and this record is Darker Days Ahead. I didn't have this one from them. I'm trying to get all their stuff over time, so this was a great pickup. You got the back there as well with just all the track listing and some more interesting looking art. The record is on black vinyl, so there's no reason to really show you that in detail, but the inner sleeve just has more stuff on it, more writing, more lyrics, things like that. And if you've never listened to Tragedy, first of all, they're a great band, a great just straightforward crust punk band. And this record, like I said, it has some black metal leanings. It's just a really kind of interesting record that stands out in their discography. If you get the vinyl too, it's on this like really nice kind of hard packaging. I don't know a really good way to describe that, and you won't really get that through the video, but it's really nice. This thing feels like it was built to last, just like this band is built to last. This was a great thing that I really didn't expect to find. I've never seen one of the records in an actual store. The only time I've gotten their records, I picked up one from them when I saw them many years back in Austin, Texas, and I picked up one through a mail order once, but finding this in the store was great and just kind of showed to me just some of the cool stuff that Criminal Records stocks on a regular basis. And this next record here is another one that I didn't really expect to pick up. I wasn't necessarily looking for. I actually already have the CD of it, but getting it on vinyl was a cool thing just because on this one the packaging is so great, and that is War Master from Bolt Thrower. I mean, this is a very quintessential early 90s death metal record if you ask me. I'm not huge on death metal, but this is one I can go with. These guys are great. I mean, just look at that. Just look at that. The back is pretty great looking too. I mean, this is basically like a D&D book here, and you know, you spread it out and it kind of all works together there. The gatefold inside just shows the band, and it's just awesome looking. This is a really great re-release. I mean, it's not the original, but who really cares? I mean, I'd love to get the original, but I'm not one of those guys that always has to have the OG press. Even the inside continues the trend of looking like a D&D manual, even with like the sketches kind of like getting put together there, and more stuff on the back there. It's on black vinyl as well, but it's a really nice like 180 gram re-release, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I can't really tell a huge difference when I listen to the fancier pressings versus the not fancier ones, but it's a nice pressing. This is quintessential. If you've never listened to this and you like death metal, especially current stuff, and you haven't really delved into this more classic stuff, pick this up, man. Pick this up. Anything from Bolt Thrower is a winner in my book, but this is a great one. This is one of my favorites from the band for sure. And next up we have a record that is an OG pressing, and even finding a re-release of this would have been cool. This isn't something I see too often, but when I found the original there, even though it was kind of expensive, I had to pick it up. I looked it up on eBay, of course, because I'm one of those guys, and it seemed like a fair price. And that record is Survive, and the band is Nuclear Assault. Now, this is another one that if you've never listened to, but you're into like current crossover bands like Iron Reagan, Toxic Holocaust, things like that, you gotta check this band out. This is where it all started. Without bands like this, you wouldn't have bands like that. And this one's really cool because the record itself is just on black, you know, not really too much to show there, but it does come with the inserts, which are pretty great. You know, there's some lyrics there, you got some pictures of the guys as well, and then you have the order form here where you can get yourself all nuclear assaulted out with a bunch of merch. And it's funny because it doesn't show any pictures of the products, but all these things would be amazing to have now. You can get a shirt from them for 10 bucks, a hat for $5.95, stickers for $1, and buttons for $1.50. And what's important is kind of this fine print at the bottom here where it says, special offer, any order over $40 will receive a Nuclear Assault gift certificate for $5 towards any future purchase. Limited offer. So that's awesome. You gotta love when you get an order form like that from these older records, because this stuff is cool, you know. I think this stuff is worth having. It's worth, you know, keeping, you know, just together and preserving. You know, I always keep these type of things from current records because 30 years down the line, if I rediscover that record or say I get rid of it and someone buys it at a record store like I did this one, they're gonna think that's cool. So that's always great when you get that old record like that you find. Definitely something that's invaluable if you ask me. And to finish up the video here, I have 3 quintessential 90s black metal releases, and 2 of these I already had on CD and the other one I had in digital, but these were some pretty nice re-releases, one of them being a picture disc and the other 2 being on color vinyl. And these type of things, when you find them, if you're interested, you should pick up, because even these re-releases get hard to find, they get rare, and they get expensive. So picking them up at a normal price in a store, it's pretty cool. I mean, I know that's pretty not black metal, that's very anti-cult to pick something up in a store, but these were great to find. And the first one here is from one of my favorite black metal bands of all time, and that would be the band Immortal, and the record is Pure Holocaust, which is actually one of my favorite records from them. And it comes on this gold colored record, kind of see-through there, and it's got the band's old school logo there on it. And this is one of my favorite Immortal releases. It's just a perfect black metal record if you ask me. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. The back looks pretty great with the track listing there, and it does have a gatefold that just has the lyrics. Pretty plain, but the aesthetic of black and white is pretty black metal as well. And I know these guys get laughed at a lot in the current, you know, landscape of black metal and just metal in general, music in general, but you gotta remember, these guys put out some great records despite how silly some of their music videos and imagery and things like that you know, would go on to be. But this is an amazing record. I think this is essential for anyone's metal collection, basically. And I also picked up Battles in the North from Immortal. Now, I don't feel this one is as good as Pure Holocaust, but it's still a pretty great record, pretty essential. Comes on a similar colored record, so not much difference there. It also has that annoying plastic sleeve that you can probably hear there. I don't like those things. Why do you guys use these things? It has a gatefold as well with all the lyrics, and the guys looking still, you know, pretty frostbitten and evil there. And another essential record to have. This is the one that I only had on digital. I didn't have a CD or anything, so this is great to add to the collection. And these re-releases are awesome. I don't know if they're going to do the whole catalog from the band this way, but if they do, pick them up if you find one of them. They're pretty great, good quality, and not expensive yet. Like I said earlier, black metal gets expensive down the road, so get these things while you can if you want them. And last up today, we're going to finish things out with another very essential 90s black metal record that I had on CD. I actually have the re-release, like remastered special edition, blah, 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 whatever. This is another re-release. I guess I'll never have an original, but this is a very important black metal record if you ask me. And that record is Under a Funeral Moon by Dark Throne. Yes, that's right. The kings of 90s black metal, if you ask me, looking about as evil as possible there on the back. This is a picture disc. I don't know if you can tell that with the way I held it up. But it is a picture disc. It has another corpse paint picture there in the center there behind where the record is, and it has this that kind of connects to the front of it, and then on the back it has kind of the original cover there. And yeah, man, this is important to have. If you're into black metal, you gotta have Dark Throne. I mean, just look at that. You know, they got the logo in the middle, true Norwegian black metal, and that's what they are. You know, they've ventured in some other categories. They've done the black and roll stuff, they've done the death metal stuff, they've done the more traditional metal stuff, but at the end of the day, Dark Throne, they're just one of those bands that every black metal band has copied since then practically. So this is a good thing to add to the collection. I think these are pretty limited. I didn't look up the numbers. Someone might correct me in the comments, but I do think these picture discs are pretty limited. And I'm really excited to have that in my collection now. And on that note, that about does it for this video. So what'd you guys think? Did you think some of those releases were cool? Do you have some of those in your collection? Do you want to get some of those? Again, all this stuff I picked up, other than the Chelsea Wolfe record, at Criminal Records in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know that they'll still have all that. Some of those were the only copies they had out, but we know how record stores are, and they hide stuff in the back. They only put one out, things like that. So some of them might still be there, and I'll put a link to that store below. I don't live in Atlanta, but that's a great store that I always check out when I'm there. So if you're there, definitely check them out. And let me know in the comments what you guys did think of this video. And if you liked this video, hit the subscribe button. Just go ahead and hit it. Hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get the updates. And give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, my name is Kimchi Chris, and I will see you guys on the next video.